Welcome back to the BackCountry Pa Podcast. You got Cody.
And you got Ethan. Yeah.
On this episode, we are going to be pretty much talking a little bit of recap on the previous guest, Nick Queen. We had him on talk about his killer season out in Illinois, which is pretty unique, I think, in my mind. Because like when you think of Illinois, I personally don't think of any public. Like I don't think. Maybe I'm getting that mixed with Iowa. Maybe that's what it is. But I didn't think there was much public out in Illinois.
Yeah.
I
think I said this before. When I think Midwest hunting, I think private lease land.
Yep.
Like, that's all I think.
Yep.
So it was nice to hear a public land story from the Midwest.
Yeah, because you don't, like you said, this bottle's way too big. I'm going to hit
You don't know where you're going.
I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't want to put it here because then I'll feel like I'm blocking something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it was very refreshing to hear that because, you know, when you think, like you said, private, leased, something like that. You don't think of like, oh, I got to put in a lot of boot miles or boot leather to scout this piece because someone else has already done that for me. I just got to hunt it, right? So that was kind of refreshing. And the fact that, like, his season didn't really even start till like November.
Yeah.
Like not by choice necessarily, but because that's what worked for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like it worked for his job, his family, everything. So it makes sense because that's very relatable, right? Like a lot of people like quote unquote the influencers, you know, they're just off the whole 3-4 months, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm just off the whole time. You know, and they just go out and they hunt all the time. So like you look at that and be like, oh, I got to be doing that, right?
Yeah.
He didn't do that. Like he was out when he could go out, when he was out, just like you and I.
Yeah.
So that was the cool part.
That's a funny word to me.
What?
Just to have the fact that you said influencers in hunting, like it just I think influencers, I don't think that.
But what
you know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm talking about though? Like you hear those like hey guys, we're like
try this makeup.
Yeah, like something along those lines, or like, oh, I just fed the homeless. Let's take it like one of those type of people.
Yep.
Right. So to hear influencers and hunting together, it just doesn't make sense to me. But I understand it.
It doesn't make sense at all to me, honestly. Like you shouldn't. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah. Like I don't even know how to be mad about it.
You want to be mad about it, but it's like
I have no
how can I be mad about this?
I can't explain it. Like it's
I don't like it. No, I don't get it.
I mean, I self-filmed this year. I posted videos. I'd like to make reels. I like to do the artistic side of things and do that, but I would never consider myself or us an influencer in any way just because we love doing what we do. Like I think there's influencers out there in the hunting industry that don't necessarily have the same passion that a lot of the guests and us we have on the podcast do. And I think they're just doing it because they have, they get recognized and they get famous from it. Right. They get money from it. They get free product from it. Like, I definitely think there's a lot of those people out there. Mm-hmm. And I can think of a few off the top of my head. But no, I block them. Honestly, like I 100% I block them because it's like I can't stand this anymore. Like all they do is just push product after product after product. So that's an influence. That's a hunting influencer. I think when you just push product after product after product. When you don't, when you just try and take things from people and you don't give anything back. Like it's like you don't just show your love.
Treat it like a business,
right? You treat it like a business. And I think there's obviously space for that because, I mean, you have businesses in the outdoor industry. You have tree stands, you have saddles, you have arrows, you have bows, you have trail cams, you have all this stuff. So there is business at it, but I would love.
With a capital L?
Capital LOVE.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
Exclamation point. For it to 100%, I thought about this earlier, like today actually.
Really?
I would love for it to go back to sex sells.
Yeah.
I would love, like, not just because we're guys.
Right.
Right, but it would get rid of all those influencers that annoy the shit out of people or the people that just post things.
Yeah.
That just push product. And it's like, No, you're not sexy. It doesn't matter. No one's gonna sign you.
We don't care.
Like if you don't have a nice set of cans and ass, like no one's gonna sign you.
We got to bring it back.
This is the episode we get canceled.
This is it. What episode would this be? 233. 233. Well, here, folks. This is the last episode we'll ever do.
We might be rebranding after this.
We'll be done.
But I mean, I remember, and we're getting very off topic with Nick Queen here.
We are. Like, we'll get back there.
But I remember going to the outdoor show because that's right around. By the time this drops, it's going to be very close to the outdoor show time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first week of February.
The 1st through the 9th.
Yeah, this is very close then to that time frame. I'm not even going to check what it is right now. Well, we can. I can just edit it out. Hold on.
It's literally 1 month away. It'll be over.
Okay, so we got Ryan Glitsky, us. Yeah, he's the week of the. You said the 1st to the 9th?
Yeah.
So he's the 27th. This episode would drop. No, wait. Yeah, 27th. He's the 27th.
So right before.
And then this episode here will drop the week of the outdoor show.
Very fitting. It's like you planned this.
I did not plan that out. That's just kismet right there.
Really?
Okay, so I remember going to the first real memory I have of the outdoor show. Yeah. I went with my dad. I think I was still in high school. And I went with my dad, and they have trailers set up of like Jack Daniels. Like you could walk through it and get shots of Jack Daniels. Ooh. And then go. And then like literally at every single booth, there was either a girl in a crop top, Daisy Dukes, or like bikinis or whatever, like trying to draw you in. Mm-hmm. I was a kid, and like I didn't really think about sex then, but like think how many people they drew in just because of that.
100%.
Right? Like you had hot women pulling back bows and selling stuff. Yeah. Those women didn't hunt. They were just there to sell. Yeah. They were salesmen.
And it worked.
It worked. And like now it's like now it is if you shot like a 200-inch buck. If you shot a 200-inch buck, you're going to have a spot at a stand, and that buck is going to sell things. Like in retrospect, maybe that's more respectable now because it's not sex sells.
We're gonna get rid of the respect.
Yeah,
we're gonna. God,
but it's like, man, like because so many people, like I feel like they're trying to do that. They're trying to get in the industry because they're trying to just push product. Yeah, they're signing up for those pro staffs. They'll sign up for anything just to like push product because it may help them get into it. Mm-hmm. Which I mean, if you want to get in the actual industry and work in the industry, like do that. I think like if I wanted to work at like Kinsey's, I'd go on their website, look for a job, apply for it, and that would be my way to work in the industry. Right. I think, I think nowadays in general, now that we're 30, we can say this because we're older. People want the easy way to get in and they just want to get in there. Yeah. And just be over with. But I don't know. I wish to go back to sex sales. I think it'd be funner.
Yeah. It was a lot funner. A lot funner.
I don't know if I would take Jess or Raylan to the outdoor show if that was the case.
No.
Definitely.
Kira wants to go again this year, so I wouldn't take. I mean, I'm taking her, but
yeah. No. If it was sex sales, it would not be a family.
Not a family event.
No, not a family event.
No.
I think. No, they never did that. I was thinking they maybe had a wet T-shirt contest there at one point, but that was just that was a racetrack.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. That was, you're thinking like a bar.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mixing your single days and you're married. Come on, man. You're a happily married man.
No, but I mean, I just wish it would. It's kind of like it's so saturated now when you go on like anything. It's just like all just ads. Everyone's posted just pure ads like. Mm-hmm. This is the stand I used and you should buy it. Or this is the camo I used and you should buy it.
Yeah. I think my dad said something about this the other day. Like, my dad's from that generation that you just shut up and go hunt.
Yep.
Like, that's it. Right? And he was, I think I had all the stuff. Well, first off, he called us the backpack generation.
I remember that.
I don't know if I remember saying that on here or not.
I was there. I think.
He called us the backpack generation
because
always have a backpack.
Yeah.
Full of whatever. Mm-hmm. He never had. He just, whatever fit in his pockets,
yep.
Done.
Yep.
But so that's the first thing. We're the backpack generation. But I remember that going up, I think I had the air raid. I was setting it up. I had it on my back. I had my backpack attached to it, and I had the crossbow, getting ready to leave. And my dad just like looks at me, and he's like, "You got a lot of shit." He goes, "You got so much stuff that you just take in the woods." I was like, "Yeah." I mean, there are times where I'm like,
do we need this? Yeah.
I got to bring all this shit in? And I was like, maybe this is part of the reason why, A, I like rifle, and B, I also like small game. Mm-hmm. Because it's literally whatever I wear, clothes-wise, and weapon of choice.
Yeah.
Done. Mm-hmm. That's all I need. Like small game, I never bring a backpack small game hunt.
Yeah.
Ever. I don't need to. I'm not out all day. And if I do, I might bring like a water bottle.
Yeah.
Throw it in my pocket. Done. Mm-hmm. Rifle, I'll bring a backpack just because maybe I'll keep an extra hoodie or something, or a couple extra. I have food and water, but like that's it.
Yep.
Archery, man, it freaking gets you.
It's yeah. I mean, I've thought like I'm right there with you. Like rifle, it's like I take a backpack in with stuff in my backpack, and that's it. Like I don't necessarily always sit in a tree stand unless it's pre-hung or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, archer, man, like I take so much stuff. And like I think that's like this year, 2025, 2026 hunting season. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be like trying to like cut down on that. Obviously, take less stuff in, be more organized and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, dude, we are definitely a backpack generation.
Yeah.
Like it's 100%. Like, what backpack should I buy this year that was going to work better for me than the one that did last year? Yeah. Even though the one last year worked for me perfectly fine. Yeah. I need to have another one.
I want another one.
Because I want this one because it looks cooler and it fits a lot more stuff. Yeah. It's better, right?
Because what is it? I just got the Ranger 11?
I did too.
Just got it. It was a late birthday.
Yep.
My parents got for me because I said it to Kira. I was like, "Dog, I want to get this. Like Cody just got this one. He said I should get it and like it." And she goes, "If you get that, you got to get rid of something else." She goes, "You can't." And I was like, "Okay." But then my parents were going to get it for me because they never got me a birthday gift. Because Mom's like, "We never got you something.
Yeah.
What do you want?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, it's not the cheapest thing, Mom." I said, "But I'm looking at this."
Yep.
All right, there's your birthday present. Done. I was like, "All right." And then I told Kira, I was like, "Hey, I didn't get it. It was a birthday present, so you can't force me to get rid of anything." Which I probably will sell something. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you have it, if you like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I have the Striker and I have the Ranger 11. Mm-hmm. That's all I really need. Yeah. Like the Striker, I can carry a lot more cameras in there, especially for spring scouting.
Yeah.
The Ranger 11, like I can carry on my bag, on my stand a lot better. Like,
yeah.
Even like when we went out and checked cameras, like I had 4 cameras or so in my backpack.
And it fit fine?
Yeah, fit fine. It felt fine. Like it wasn't like bugging me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like it's very useful to have 2, but yet again, that goes back to, yes, we are the backpack generation where it's like if one like my dad has had that same backpack.
Yeah.
For years. Like the one that I wish I still had was, I gave it to Patrick. Mm-hmm. The one I gave to Patrick when he got started, like that one there was a phenomenal backpack, and I can't find it anywhere else. Like I would love that because it was big, but yet also it was like versatile. Like you could put sticks on it, you could do anything with it. It was just a very versatile backpack. Yeah. Like that would be like the one backpack that I wish I had. Mm-hmm. I think beginning of the year I had like 4 different backpacks.
Yeah.
I had a Tide Wheat, I had a Trophy Line, I had an Elevation backpack, and I had the Striker.
Yep.
I'm down. I got rid of the Tide Wheat because the one zipper ripped.
Okay.
Other than that, it was a great backpack.
Yeah.
Elevation is still hanging in the garage. Mm-hmm. Probably not going to use it again because it's not. I don't need it for my stand because I have these 2.
Yeah.
So these are my 2 backpacks for now.
Yeah. I think I'll keep obviously the Ranger.
Yep.
11, and I'll keep the redhead one. I've had
That's
that
a good
for
rifle.
several years. Oh yeah, for rifle season, I'll throw that. I can fit all my all my snacks, all my drinks, and an extra hoodie. I always keep an extra hoodie or something, on me. So I'll keep that one for that, and then I'll use the Ranger 11 for archery.
Yeah, I think Striker's a great. I'm going to be using Striker for rifle.
Yep.
And then the Ranger 11 for archery. Like, it's just, like you said, like, it's very, very true what your dad is saying.
Yeah.
Because we're just talking about backpacks right now, what we use them for, and we're a backpack generation.
Exactly.
Because I still look at my grandfather when he goes out.
Yeah.
Like when we went out for rifle, he just puts stuff in his pockets. Like he's having this is full. He has the pants. It's not a jumpsuit, but he has like the pants he pulls on. Then he has this, and like the thing is, like I find so interesting about like that generation is the clothes that they have underneath there is literally the clothes they wear just on a normal basis.
Yep.
Like he has his trousers.
Yep.
And his button up that he wears that has like elk and deer on it.
Yeah.
And he just wears underneath one jacket. Like
jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's underneath what my dad has them orange overalls and then the jacket, but he's got jeans and a t-shirt underneath and the thermal pants or shirt. Yep. That's it.
Dude, it's so funny how like that's how I used to hunt too.
Yeah.
Like I used to go out and like not really think about sweating or anything like that. I used to just put all my layers on and just go out.
Yeah.
And now it's like, ugh, I don't want to sweat that much.
Yeah.
Like it's just funny how you kind of like, I guess, evolve over the years, but yet also it's kind of cool looking back at that generation or seeing your grandfather or your dad or whatever get changed in the morning, and you're like being more like particular about what you're putting on and how you're layering.
Yeah.
And he just like fucking throws it on and he's like, I'm going.
All right, I'll see you out there. It's like, oh shit. All right, see you in a couple minutes.
Make sure you have moisture wicking. Make sure you have, you can breathe in it.
Yep.
It's windproof. Like you got to have a base layer, a mid layer, and then an outer layer. And it's like they just go base, outer,
done.
It's like they miss the whole one part, and it's like, I guess that kind of goes to them walking around a little more too during like that time frame.
Yeah, they do walk around a little more because my dad, who'll only sit for a little bit and then start walking. Like he's not as adventurous as he was 10 years ago.
Oh God,
right?
No. Absolutely not.
But he'll still go out and walk if it's flat. He'll still walk out, and then he'll find a nice ledge to look down in a valley, and he'll sit there for a while, and then he'll get up and move, and then there's me.
Yep.
Oh, we'll walk up and down this freaking mountain every day. I was like, what the hell am I thinking?
I think it comes. Obviously, it's the age part because my dad was the same way. Like he was always like. I thought about that this past weekend as we're recording this. It is January 8th, so January 4th when I was out with my dad that weekend. I was like, man, I remember my dad would like always go out archery hunting, and he'd always have a deer coming home. Like he'd always like do all this different things to be more quote unquote successful in the woods.
Right.
And now it just seems like he's doing the absolute bare minimum. It's like just be out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm also like, it kind of like gave me a new perception and a new like appreciation for like just hunting with my dad. Because, like, the last time I've hunted with my dad, like, physically sat in the same spot, same tree with him, years. I'm talking, like, back when, like, I had to sit with him, kind of. Like, I don't remember the last time that I actually sat with my dad. So, like, sitting with him that weekend and actually seeing him shoot a deer was actually freaking awesome. And the fact that I got it all on film, too, is even better.
Right.
Like, that's a memory I will always have for that. Like, that's this whole past season, dude, like, memories galore. Like, going up to Ruck Camp, going out to Ohio with you.
Yep.
And, like, you coming out to possibly my first buck that I shot with the bow.
Yeah.
And not being able to recover him, which was sad. But it's still a memory. Like, the fact that you came out and you helped me possibly recover him. Like, that's I look back on it, and I think self-filming has helped a lot with that because like I can actually like I can remember them But now I can actually like watch it.
Go back and watch. Yeah.
Like not all the footage is uploaded, but like I can go on my computer, like kick through, like what's this one? Yeah. And like I look at it, I'm like, oh, I remember like that. Oh wow, look at that. Like that's the coolest part. Like I don't know. Like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of just want to film because they want to make money or do something like that. It's fun. Mm-hmm. It'd be fun to make money, but also it's like, yeah, it'd be cool, nice.
Yeah, pay for my license or something.
Yeah, exactly. But like, honestly, man, like, I understand now why people just want to film just to film. Yeah, like it's so freaking cool to look back and see all that stuff, and the emotions and your happiness come right back over you. Yep. Like the 2 doe, the 1 buck, my dad's deer, like come up to camp and your buck is up there and hanging on the wall, or not hanging from the meat pole.
The makeshift meat pole.
Makeshift meat pole.
We got to get a better one up there, but it works.
Yeah. And then like, having those encounters, having the spike, like it's so many memories to like just look back on and be like, man, that was a cool season. Yeah. And I think even if I didn't get anything down, like it would suck not to have meat in the freezer. Right. But like to look back at that and be like, man, I had good memories this year. Yeah. That's the part that I think that I've kind of been like, I think I've been faking it. Measuring the memories, dude. Like I don't feel like I've had memories. Like I can remember the stuff. Right. But like this year was fucking memorable.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It was cool.
Yeah, I think.
Jesus. Oh, don't. Jeez,
my shoes wet still, and I slipped on the chair. My God.
You're going to go down.
I'm going to go down.
That would be great for footage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're filming. Yeah. You catch me tearing an Achilles or something, like, down I go. But yeah, I mean, that's.
And your Ohio buck,
too. And even, like the Ohio buck stuff, like, I never cared about filming. Yeah, right? Like, obviously. I always, like, obviously, like, I grew up. Yeah, clearly. Anyway, but like I was like, I grew up listening to all of the stories that my dad would say, right? And he would tell the same story every year, or stories every year, and I never get tired of hearing them. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man! I want those stories for myself to tell other people. Yep. Even if you can ask my wife, she's heard the same shit. Yeah. Multiple times. She's like, yeah, you already told me that. And I was like, I know, but it's that time of year, and it happened this round time, and I got to relive it in my own head, and you get to be part of it now. Yeah. But if I would have been filming this year to get the Ohio buck on camera, to get the PA buck on camera, now that
you would have had to have the phone mount thing on your
100%, which I will get. I want to get that phone mount.
I think that would be a smart
for the crossbow. I'm going to get it 100%.
Just like we don't even have to post it. It's just for something your own memories, right? Yeah. Then I can always look back, and then because it would have helped a lot more with the Ohio buck, and then because where I thought I shot wasn't exactly how I shot that buck. Yep. And if I could go back on the film and look and be like, oh, that wasn't as good of a shot as I thought, we could have backed out sooner. Yeah. And not been stressing. I mean, I still would have been stressing, but I wouldn't have been stressing maybe as much, knowing, okay, that was a kill shot, but we have to give it time. Kind of, ease your mind a little bit at it, and then we come back and find it the next day. But I don't know, I don't want to say never. Yeah, yeah. Because I said that I never wanted to film, but yet here I am thinking about filming. I'm not carrying a camera in. I don't think you should, yeah.
If it's not physically attached to me or something.
Like a GoPro on your shoulder.
Like a GoPro, on my shoulder, my hat, the weapon of choice, if it's attached like the scope on top, or a chest mount or whatever. That's probably the only way I'd do it.
Or those glasses you even have, too.
I have those glasses. I've been playing around with those. I'm actually probably going to go out small game hunting at some point in this late season. I'm going to take the glasses out just to get some film, just to see how it works. Yeah. So, but I think I can get into that, and it would be nice. Then I can go back and see it. Yeah. And then, because, I mean, I can tell the story 100 times. Yep. But to physically show someone what went down, I'd be like, oh.
And to hear it, too, like the PA buck. Yeah. Like you could, instead of like explaining those sounds, you can kind of like replay it.
Yeah, and you
Like
can actually hear them.
Right, like even like the one in up at your camp, the 5-point that I had come behind me. I rewatched that and you can hear him grunt, and he's like 35, 40 yards away from me. Like you can hear him grunting in the woods.
Right.
So like to hear that is pretty cool to do. It's just there's so many positive things that I can look back on just from filming. Like I can't imagine what like it is hard, yeah. If you do it my way. Like if you do it the way I'm doing it.
Right.
With a camera, GoPro, possibly now even a third angle. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Gosh. Man.
Well, especially for a rifle, because I did that the past weekend. I put like the extended arm thing on my actual rifle, so like one was looking down the barrel of the gun, and the one was on my shoulder. But yet I didn't have the camcorder with me because I was just walking around.
Yeah.
So like there's third angles. Like I put one on the bow, or I can put one like on my head even. So the GoPro, one's facing me, one's on my head, and then the camera's also facing. Because like then I have, because if you double tap the camera, obviously it doesn't record.
Right.
So like at least then maybe you have that third angle hitting that deer or whatever. So there's other, but that's an extreme situation. Like if you're just trying to like do the basics pretty much, just slap a thing on there, tell a story, and you're good.
Off we go.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of telling the story, with Nick Queen.
Yeah, what we're supposed to be talking about.
He had a triple main beam buck.
Yep.
Which is insane, dude. Like the fact that he never had that, like the coolest part was like he never had that buck on camera. He didn't know what was in that area. He knew there was good sign there, good bedding, and he was just like, I got to hunt here. There's something big in here. I don't know what it is, but there's something big.
Yeah, and that shows the importance, because he is big on scouting. Huge boots on the ground, because we talked about trail cameras, and he'll put out trail cameras.
Yep.
But he said once he gets a buck on camera that he wants to go after, or if he knows they're in there, he forgets about the trail cameras.
Yep.
And that's what he did with buck number 2.
Yep.
Yeah, with buck number 2, he got pictures of 2 buck that he was like, they're shooters. They're good.
An 8 and a 10, yeah.
Yeah, and then he just went in and hunted it for what, almost a week? Was it a week?
I think so, yeah.
About a week.
Yep.
Narrowing it down.
Yep.
Boots on the ground, figuring out
where those deer were going.
Where they were going, where they wanted to be, and then sealed the deal.
And the fact that he saw that many, like, with that second buck, it was an accidental shooting where he thought it was one buck, turned out to be another buck, but it was still a really nice buck.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when you go to Illinois, like for an out-of-stater, you think of certain bucks, right? Even if you live in Illinois, you think of certain bucks. Like, I would say that's a solid buck in really any state for us going out of state, right? But if you live in Illinois, it might change your standards obviously a little bit. But like, we could see where he was at with like not the frustration, but like disappointment when you walk up on this buck when you think it's a much bigger buck. Yeah, you walk up, like we talked about that, like, and like I think about that stuff sometimes when I'm like driving around, like about the conversations we have with guests. It's like, man, like, try and put yourself in their shoe, and it's like, yeah, I'd probably feel the exact same way. Yeah. Like, it's like, for example, I have big buck on camera here in Pennsylvania. So, like, if I mistakenly shot one that I thought was the bigger one, but turns out he was a smaller one. Right. I would be a little disappointed, but also I would say in a couple minutes I'd be turned around and be very happy. Yeah. Like, I don't think it would stick around for very long, if anything.
No. That's kind of why I'm glad I don't have target buck. Like, I don't have them yet. I've noticed, knock on wood. I don't know, I've noticed it's like, if I get pictures of buck on camera, I'm not, like, I don't memorize buck or, like, look at it like, oh, this one.
Distinct.
Yeah, like, I want to go after this one. Like, because even the one that I shot, I didn't know what he looked like. No. Until I walked up on him. Mm-hmm. So I think it's more, at least for me, it's, okay, there's buck in the area. Yeah. Am I going to be here when they're there during the day? Done. Whether I don't, because I'm still at that point where I'm not going to pass anything legal. I'm still at that point. See, if I could shoot next year,
Yeah.
a basket 6 could walk out in front of me, I'm going to shoot it.
Yeah, because you're still... that was only your 5th deer? Or 6th, kind of the Ohio buck.
6?
I want to say 6th, kind of the Ohio buck.
Off the top of my head, I've shot, what, 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was Ohio. 6 was this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was deer number 6 in my life.
So, I mean, I feel like you're still at the stage 100% where you have to put deer underneath the belt. Like,
Yeah.
We talk about that on the new Hunter series that, just so everyone knows, that's dropping June, July timeframe.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
But, yeah, I mean, that's definitely something that you should 100% still be doing. Like, yeah, you've been hunting for a while, but that's, like, I feel like when we hit the maybe late 40s, early 50s, you and I, if we're still doing the podcast, which I don't know.
Kudos to us.
Kudos to us. I don't know if we'll still be doing it by that minute.
Why not? Episode 1000.
Yeah. But, like, but by that point, I feel like then we might be to the stage where it's like, okay, we'll let some of these walk and get bigger ones. But, like, that's like 15, 20 years from now. So, like, who's to know what hunting is going to look like then, right?
Oh, God.
I don't even want to think about it.
We're going to have 4 points on the side, antler restriction across PA, and everything. There's going to be, if you shoot anything under 150 inches, it's going to be considered small.
Yes.
Because standards are going to be crazy and the population is going to boom, and I'm just talking out my ass right now because...
Do you... hypothetical question.
Oh, okay. Hypothetical answer.
I kind of sort of... I think I saw someone else ask this question on, like, social media or something like that before.
Okay. Yeah.
What would you think of a universal doe tag? You only get one universal doe tag. Like, it comes with your hunting license. So you get a buck tag, a universal doe tag, and then you can get other doe tags for your WMU that you want of your choice. So, like, you could shoot that. It's almost like a flintlock tag, right? Like, your buck tag turns into a doe tag where in any WMU. But, like, what if you had a doe tag that was literally for any WMU? I think more people would travel to hunt in Pennsylvania instead of just sticking with WMUs and waiting until late season. I think it would just it would be a lot more exploring for people.
Ooh, that would be...
Then obviously prices tags would go up a little bit because you have that universal doe tag in there as well.
Right.
But do you think it would be... Do you think you should only be able to use it in archery, or do you think you should only be able to use it in a rifle for a universal doe tag? I think that would bring camps back too.
Oh man, you're throwing out these big questions. Yeah, you would definitely have to limit when you could use it.
Yeah, you couldn't use it all year long because could get very...
Because you can go anywhere for it. Man, I'd say archery.
Yeah.
Because rifle season, 9 times out... Well, it depends where you hunt, too. Because if you go up to, let's say, 2G...
Yeah.
People want them doe tags for up there. That would be also the problem.
I think that would
could
be
get shot up there than what they would want.
I think that's why you have to make it for archery.
You have to make it for archery because you think about it, probably the majority of hunters, when they're out archery hunting, they're going for a buck.
Yeah.
Period. Like just
it is.
general.
Yeah, very true.
So if you could just give that option of a universal doe tag, one wherever you are for archery only. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Would you... Now, this is getting very deep in the water. So, if you have doe tags and say, let's say, I'll use mine, 4D. All right? So, I had 3 doe tags.
Right.
That universal doe tag you cannot use in that because you already have normal doe tags for that area. It has to be a WMU you don't have doe tags for. Now, that could be tricky, but I think...
That'd be better. Because think about it. So let's say someone has 3 doe tags.
Yep. Why do I need a 4th?
Why do you need a 4th?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, I could see because I have a doe tag for 2G.
So do I.
2 doe tags for 2G?
Yeah.
And everyone that has one doubles it?
Yeah.
I would be, like I said, you'd have to really like lay this out.
Yeah.
But if you, universal with an asterisk.
Yes.
So
you can't use in a WMU that you already have doe tags for.
Exactly, and only archery.
And only archery season.
That could be okay, I guess.
I think it would, like, it's very hypothetical. It's never going to happen.
No.
But I think it would be cool to have, because you have like other states like Ohio where you buy a tag, you can shoot a buck or a doe literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it was anywhere in the state I could shoot a buck or a doe.
Yeah.
I'd have to report where it's at. So like, I get why PA obviously has those WMUs and you have the allocated tags, but yet also it would be pretty cool to have a universal tag. So like, it's like, say you're planning a trip out to the Allegheny National Forest, right?
Yeah.
You can't get a doe tag out there because you want to get doe tags you're for sure going to be hunting during rifle arch season.
Yep.
And then you're like, well, they sold out by the time you want to go get it for the last round. Then you're like, well, I have that universal tag. I'll go out there. If I see a buck or a doe, I can at least shoot it. And like, I'm coming home with meat then.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you travel for hunting, it makes you less picky about things. Now, obviously, a buck, your standards won't change if you're staying in your state.
Right.
But doe, it's like, okay, I'm going out here. Like, I want to come home with some kind of meat.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea.
Yeah, let's push it. Let's write a
Game
letter.
Commission, listen.
Yeah, we'll write a letter.
Maybe we'll talk to the Game Commission when we're at the outdoor show. Hey, what do you think of a universal doe tag?
Just one.
Yeah, we'll talk to them. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll go well.
Our little peons.
Yeah.
So, yeah, back to Nick Queen.
Yes.
I think the good one was he had mishaps, which makes it more relatable for me, of like self-filming, where every time he would go to film something, his camera wasn't recording it. So he just had the GoPro facing him. So like he had that happen 2 times.
Yep.
With the triple main beam, and then also with the one where he couldn't draw back, where his bow was stuck with the gear tie.
Trapped. Like, whoops.
Yeah. But I mean it's very relatable for that. So I think he was very relatable, and it was cool to talk to him. I've been following him for a while now. I think it was really cool to hear from him and his side of things and how he started his own business with his buddy, and now he's not only filming for people in the industry, but also filming for people completely outside the industry.
Yeah. And I think it's nice hearing these stories from people, because like, I hate bringing it all to social media.
I know.
God,
it's going to be the death of us.
It's like beating a dead horse at this point. But you look at social.
To make dog food.
You got to eat somehow.
Puppies got to eat.
Puppies got to eat.
Dogs got to eat.
All right. We're not even drinking. What's in that flask?
Just water.
Big old thing. Okay. A little bit. But like you go and you see the certain people posting. It's like, oh my, like, dude, they're shooting big buck every year, and it's like doing all this stuff. But then when we actually got to talk to Nick, for instance, and many others out there, but we got to talk to Nick. It's like, okay, yeah, he messes up just like us, right? Like he has mishaps. He has quote unquote failures as well. It's like, okay, they're human, right? We're all the same here in that aspect. So it's nice to we try. It's good to see that.
Oh yeah,
and it kind of like brings you back a little bit. Like, okay, this person isn't just Buck comes in and he just nails him. Like, that's not the case. Like, they're putting in the work. They're still messing up.
I mean, even like with the triple main beam, he didn't really think about even going there.
Yeah.
Until he talked to someone who was like, just trust your gut. If you're thinking about going here, then go there.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah. So like, the one thing that was very relatable was trusting your gut. This year, I think we trusted our gut quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Tried to.
The only reason I got to the trees that I got in was like, yep, this feels right. Up I went.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yeah. I mean, it's like we had a good season this year. Like you had a great season this year.
Oh,
killing 2 buck.
Yeah.
I'm sure you wish you would have got a doe down too. Like it would have just been able to fill one of those doe.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why. It's like,
yeah, it's like, man, like I got 2 buck, but man, having a doe too would have been nice.
Because I wanted to donate it.
Yeah.
Because I already had the 2 buck at that point.
Right.
I was like, man, I want to donate it.
Yep.
But I didn't have. But hey, there's next year.
Yeah, but like, and I feel like after I shot the 2 doe and I got the buck down, obviously, then it was like, then I felt like I had a good season.
Right.
So like, we had good seasons, but like next year, who knows? Who knows what could hold next year?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I think that's the whole not knowing. But like, back to your saying about like, you see all these people like getting big buck down. It's like they're hunting well manicured properties as well. So like, they have a lot of opportunities to like shoot. They could shoot a buck like we shot this year, probably any day.
Yeah.
But they want to wait for that bigger mature buck, which, hey, more power to them, right?
Right.
If you have that manicured property. And then also there's some people who literally don't have day jobs and they take off 4 months.
Yeah.
And they don't have day jobs and they just can hunt 4 months because for whatever reason, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's hard to stay. It's hard to see that stuff and be like, okay, why is it not happen? Why am I not seeing anything?
Yeah. Where's my big buck?
Yeah, like,
why am I not doing this every year?
When's it Johnny's turn?
What's it? Johnny Appleseed?
Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah. Little Timmy. Timmy.
Yeah. But I mean, all in all, I think it was a good episode.
Oh yeah.
Definitely took a lot from it. I think that's one thing that I think from these last couple episodes that I've really been enjoying is like hearing the stories is fun.
Right.
But then also there's little tidbits in there, little rabbit holes we go down that we always know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like we learned from those little rabbit holes, and man, it's just the growth I think we've had both as individuals in like hunting and life in general is pretty cool, and like the friendships we made, and it's cool, man. Anything else you want to add for Nick Queen here? I know you had some notes on your phone. Didn't know if we hit all of them or not.
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about the wrong buck, the triple
main beam.
Main beam? I thought it was triple brow. I was wrong. I wrote that wrong.
No, triple main beam. It's good.
Yeah.
Well, triple beam buck. Yeah, he had 3 beams on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think we covered all it. And then just kind of going back to your roots, scout. Nick's quote was, hunt hard, scout harder.
Remember, everyone, to keep hunting.
Keep fishing.
Always enjoy the filming process. Remember to like and subscribe. See you.